Very good afternoon. After all the knowledge sharing and everything, let us talk about jobs and money. So, do you like money? Yes or no? Do you like money? Nobody likes money. Good. So, what we are talking is here about horizon of EMS with Skill India. So, the horizon is a place. It's a line where Earth surface and the sky appear to meet, right? So I took this photograph from the Facebook account of a famous photographer, and his name is Dr. Mahadevan. What we are going to discuss here about, what is the present scenario in India about those skillings. We'll talk about the topic student, we'll do the comparison, we'll see about the opportunities, we'll talk about the Skill India, HSSC, everything, right? This is our population in India, right? We are 130 crore Indians in India, right? The interesting fact is, India is having the largest, youngest population in world. If you talk about the people from the working age group, from 20 years to 60 years, that's what we count. It's the half of the population of India. And this is double the population, the youngest population of India is double the population of US. It's the 4-time population of Pakistan, right? So we have one of the largest, youngest population of world. This is what I'm talking about, majorly. Just wanted to talk about, the education in India, the trends of education. So you just think that how many of you, you were in primary education, how many of the students have dropped in the, from 5th to the middle or 8th? Or from 8th to the higher secondary, it's always a 30% drop down is there. So in India, who gets the job? Only the graduate, postgraduate, and doctorate. They are the eligible for the job, right? Others, they are not, eligible for job. I'm talking about this population. And my next slide is the most scariest slide of my presentation. This is the student drop rates in India. So this is about, till class 1st to 5th, 29% student they drop. By the time of 10th, it is 59% of the student drop out. You can see in different states. So many students, they have a dropout. What these students are doing? Are they doing job? No. This is a comparison what I want to show you. Here, so many countries are here. I want to focus on 3 countries. One is US, one is China, and one is India. In terms of population, the China and India, it's nearly same. This from the Human Development Report from 2007 to 8. Yeah, of course, India is also nowadays, US is included into the developed country, but US, China, and India, you know the difference between the GDPs. There are 2 systems of education. One system that is the schoolings, then the colleges, then the universities. I mean to say, when you get your diploma, your advanced diploma, your graduation, your post-graduation, that is, everything is being taken care of. Ministry of Human Resource Development, right? MHRD. So they take care of that, and that's our regular education, or I would say that's the higher education what I'm talking about. And second one is the Skill India, what we will talk about later. But you just see the data here. The higher education percentage in US, it's 72.6, right? Where in India it is 10.5. If you see the higher education of China, it is 7.5. It's quite visible here. But if you talk about the vocational education about US and China, US is very less in the vocational education, and China is having the 90%. 90% people, they get the vocational education. They are best entrepreneur. You know the China. They are the manufacturer. They are the factory of world, right? So all these guys, they do the vocational education. They pursue the vocational education. They go into the different entrepreneurship, or they do all those things, right? In India, we are not even not there in higher education, not even into the vocational education. Both the things are less. So the point is whether you should be strong into the higher education system, what US is having, or you need to be very strong into the vocational education. We have a lot of dropouts from the schools, colleges, and there may be some possible reason for the dropouts. One is the financial pressure. There are a lot of people from the rural background. They don't want that the girl child, or their childrens, they should go for the higher education. They believe that they should adopt all the parental livelihoods and everything. Secondly, this infrastructure issue. As far as the Indian public spending on education is concerned, it's 3.8% only of entire GDP. It is even less than the country like Brazil and Malaysia. We are only spending 3.8%. And that's why, the poor infrastructure is there. And there are few districts are there. I was in Chhattisgarh, so there are the few districts like Dantewada, only one college is there. How to go there, that's very difficult, and it's entirely a Naxalite area. And there is so many districts are there in India where it's the colleges and schools, they're from far distance. The regional backgrounds is also there. The social, social economic impact is also there. The social impact is also there. So because of that, a lot of students, they just drop out. Let us see about how this dropout student can be, or the students of India can be helpful into the mainstream. Before that, I would like to show you one slide about the healthcare facility in India. So it will be a good comparison then. Entirely, there are 11,057 and 401. There are sub-centers are present in India. I'm talking about the public hospitals here. And 19,000 and 1,96,312 number of hospitals they exist in India currently. There are 404 medical colleges are there, and 23,989 ambulances are currently working under National Health Mission. National Accreditation Board of Hospital has accredited nearly 825 hospitals they have accredited, and rest of the hospital is under accreditation. So total 1,487 hospitals are accredited or applicant in India. So how does it matter to the EMS system? If you see, all these NABH hospital is having mandate to have ambulances or emergency facilities inside the hospital. Everybody should have BLS and SLS provider, and their emergency room should be well equipped as per the guideline. The ambulance should be equipped. So all these hospitals, they need EMTs, right? If you talk about, this ambulances of National Health Mission ambulances, so 23,989 ambulances need 71,967 EMTs into all these ambulances, right? What we have not included is the private hospitals, or the hospital, multi-specialty hospital, those who are not NABH accredited. Do you know one thing, that the private hospital is at least means 3 times more than the government hospital, these government hospitals in India. And Indian healthcare is entirely dependent upon all these private hospitals. If we talk about only the multi-specialty hospital, they all need emergency medical technician there, right? So there is a huge demand of all these emergency medical technician in ambulances. Nowadays, hospital-based EMT concept is also there in so many states in government hospitals. So we have initiated with the Chhattisgarh, but Meghalaya and Goa and other places, the emergency medical technician concept is already there. And what, if you talk about the private ambulances, I don't have a count of this, all private ambulances over there. So this much EMTs we need in India. All this possible job, about the EMTs are having, either we can be an ambulance paramedic or a hospital paramedic, of course, you can be a trainer, or, you can be an entrepreneur. So you can start up with your own ambulances, or you can start a first aid center kind of thing, or you can, come up with an innovative thing or creative things here. That's why in 2015, this Skill India mission has been started under PMO. So Prime Minister office has started. Mr. Narendra Modi has inaugurated and approved in Union Cabinet in 2015 with 42,000 crore of funds. The Skill India mission. So one separate ministry has been formed for all this vocational education. So you might be knowing about, this IITI and, other colleges. But this Ministry of Skill Development and Entrepreneurship is basically, they are the nodal agency, or they are the policy maker of all these skilling programs in India. So this ministry are having, Directorate General of Training, and then National Skill Development Agency, and then NISBERT. There are a lot of agencies are there; those are working. But 4 frameworks are very important here. If you talk about the MSDE, the immediate execution body is a National Skill Development Corporation here. So National Skill Development Corporation is basically a public-private partnership body, and there's so many organization, they are the partner with that. NSDC is working under simple process, that is create, fund and enable. So what they do is they create new centers, they fund to all these centers, and they enable all this process, so that a lot of people, they'll start with the vocational education, and they have formed more than 42 sector skill councils are there. So one of the council is Healthcare Sector Skill Council, and this Healthcare Sector Skill Council is having all these EMT courses also as well. Then the third thing is the training provider. So these are the legal entity. They are basically NGO or the society or any private partner or player. They can be a training provider. They can come. So if you get affiliated by the NSDC and Healthcare Sector Skill Council, you can run the training center. So, and there are the several funding agencies are also there. Central funding agencies are there. If you have heard about, this scheme, DDU GKY or Deen Dayal Upadhyaya Grameen Kaushal Yojana. This is the initiative of, this is funding program basically by Ministry of this Rural Development, and then Ministry of Minority Affairs are having program like Learn and Earn and, Ustad, and all this kind of programs are there. So there's so many programs. You might have heard about, Pradhan Mantri Kaushal Vikas Yojana, and that is also the funding program by a National Skill Development Corporation. And their state agencies are also funding basically in all these programs. So what NSDC do is, so NSDC, they're having the opportunity with NSDC, either you can train, or you can become a partner, or you can hire, all this training center, you can be a mobilization partner or placement partner with them. So that's the open business with them, right? Or you can support. I want to talk about, the Healthcare Sector Skill Council specifically. This Healthcare Sector Skill Council is currently in 18 states and 1 union territory. Total 500 training centers are affiliated with the Healthcare Sector Skill Council. Right now, as of now, 11,887 candidate has been assessed and certified by Healthcare Sector Skill Council, and there are 22 32 job roles are there. Those who are NSQF aligned. And this NSQF is National Skill Qualification Framework. So there is a committee called National Skill Qualification Committee. And the secretary level people, they from different ministry, they sit and then they give the levels. It's a similar level, what you get this diploma or advanced diploma and the post graduations and everything what you have in the system of MHRD. Similarly you are having the system in Ministry of Skill Development and Entrepreneurship. So these are all NSQF aligned courses. If you go to any other country also, you can say that this certification is having NSQF alignment, right? So like they have a courses like Emergency Medical Technician Advanced and Emergency Medical Technician Basic. Emergency Medical Technician Advanced is level 5 course, NSQF level 5, and EMT Base NSQF level 4. The duration of training of EMTA, if you have 8 hours class daily, that means it's a 6 months of training. And EMT-B is basically a 2 months of training. So we have all these huge requirement here in Healthcare Sector Skill Council. Currently 90 training centers in this EMT Advanced and EMT Basic. They're running these courses. I believe this premise is also, or your college is also affiliated with Healthcare Sector Skill Council as far as the EMT-B or EMT-A is concerned. All this training, EMT-A and EMT-B, they get trained and they further place because the Skill India Mission says that they have a mandate to place the people, or train, skill the people and reskill the people. 350 million skillings they need to do by 2020. So the Healthcare Sector Skill Council is having 500 training centers across India. In EMT-B and EMT-A, in last 3 years, they have assessed 4,693 candidates and certified those candidates in EMT-B and EMT Advanced. Nowadays, EMT Advanced, they are not running because Healthcare Sector Skill Council, this council is working under Health Ministry, and Health Ministry may be in this session of Parliament, they are bringing the bill of EMT Advanced, and it will be a 4.5 years of study by universities and colleges to fulfill the demands, and maybe you will get the license and everything when it will come to that university level, because it has been taken care by the medical council then. So soon you will get, after April you will see this effect maybe. There may be some good news will come after this April, and the ministry, this health ministry is taking all this initiative to bring up this course into the mainstream of that. So, and there are, all these funded and non-funded schemes are there. Across the India, wherever this 108 is working nowadays, so many organizations, they are running these 108 services. So all these 108 services, they are running. So it's not only about the job, but it's also about the entrepreneurship. You can start your own center. You think out of the box, and then you can also train the EMTs at your center, and you can get them placed, and government will fund you. There are so many schemes are there. If you want the money, then of course there, some funding schemes are there. So definitely you can do that. So this is what we have, saw in this presentation here. India is having the largest, youngest manpower. Yes, of course. In Skill India, it's rapidly scaling up skill development in India, and creating a vibrant ecosystem in this healthcare spaces also by the HSSC. Especially if you talk about the EMT, it's a very famous course here. Across India, 90 centers currently working under Healthcare Sector Skill Council, certifying all these EMTB to fulfilling demand. These all EMTs are working in the ambulances and everywhere. So this is about all these things. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you so much. Actually, it was an eye-opener for me as well to know, because running a paramedic course and then knowing all this is happening over there is very, very important.